Hi, my name is Pete Candelario and I am a property manager with Bridgman Property Management. And in this video, I'm going to give a quick overview of the Tenant Portal. The Tenant Portal is to be used to pay rent online, submit any maintenance requests, and there's also a section that holds documents that are pertaining to the tenant. Once a tenant has been approved and they have signed a lease, they will be given access to the Tenant Portal. The tenant will be asked which primary email they would like to use for the Tenant Portal. An email will be sent, and on this email there will be a link. This link will be used to create a password. Once a tenant clicks on the link, a new page will pop up, and the tenant will create their new password. This password needs to contain at least one uppercase letter and one special character. Once the password has been created, hit submit and a new page will pop up, giving you a chance to go to the login page. Once you click on go to login page, the primary login page will pop up, and all you have to do is enter your email address and the password that you just created. Hit sign in, and the very first time you will come to a disclaimer page. Read over the disclaimer page and hit I agree to the terms and conditions at the bottom of the disclaimer and hit submit. Please note that creating a password and logging into the Tenant Portal for the very first time needs to be done on a computer and cannot be done on a mobile device. The My Account page is considered the home page for the Tenant Portal. This will be a quick snapshot of everything that is in the Tenant Portal. These links at the top of the page will be covered as we go along. The Add Insurance button and the Renter's Insurance Policy section will not be covered in this video. Even though renter's insurance is highly recommended, it is not mandatory, and even if a tenant does have renter's insurance, they are not required to input their information on the Tenant Portal. This top section can also be used as a community message section. The community message is basically a place where we can send out a message to all of our tenants all at the same time. The tenants will receive an email to log into the Tenant Portal to review the message. The summary section is an overview of the tenant ledger. It shows the deposit held, the total unpaid, and the balance, if any. Once again, the Renter's Insurance Policy section does not need to be filled out. The My Contact Information section is the primary contact information for the tenant. A tenant can edit this section, and it should be kept up to date at all times. This section is the Open Service Request section. It will list any open service requests that are on the property. There is a Conversation section. This Conversation section works as an instant messenger. We normally do not use this section and prefer to use email. Towards the bottom of the page, there's a renter's insurance ad. This renter's insurance ad is provided by the website, and it has no affiliation with our company whatsoever. The next tab is the My Rentals tab. In the My Rentals tab, you will see a complete ledger of the money in and out from now until the tenant vacates the property. This will also show the move-in date and the end date for the current lease. The My Rentals tab is the section that tenants will use to make their monthly rental payments. In order to make their monthly rental payments, they will have to set up their payment account. If you click on Payment Account and hit Edit Payment Account, there will be a section for you to input all of your banking information. Everything that is red is required, and the bottom items are not. Please note that the information provided in this section must be the same information that your bank has on file. If the information is different, a bad account notice may be sent once a tenant tries to make a payment. There are two options available for making rental payments. One would be to make a manual payment every month. The second would be to do an auto e-payment. Auto e-payments can be set up to pay rent automatically every month. Tenants are advised that if they set up an automatic e-payment, that they remember that they have set this up and not to make a manual payment. If our office receives two payments, we will not be able to do anything until the payment has either cleared or returns back as insufficient funds. This may take 2 to 3 business days. Tenants are also reminded that rent is due on the 1st, and it should be posted in the Tenant Portal prior to the late date that is in the lease agreement. The My Rental section also has an area to give official notice in order to vacate the property. The Maintenance section of the Tenant Portal lists all the open or closed service requests that have been submitted on the property. If a tenant needs to submit a new service request, they simply hit the New Service Request button and fill out the information. The property address is automatically filled out, and in the description section, the tenant will list exactly what is wrong with the property. If they have multiple items, a tenant can list these items all in one service request and do not have to submit multiple service requests. A tenant needs to make sure that the contact information is correct in order for a vendor to contact the tenant to schedule a date and time for them to fix the items. The service request section is for maintenance requests, and it is not for any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints. The last section of the Tenant Portal is the Documents section. In the Documents sections, tenants will be able to view and or download any documents that pertain to them. There will be a copy of the lease, the tenant documents, and the inventory and condition form in this section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call.